Hi everyone, how is everybody? Hope you're okay and healthy. That's the most important thing. Chinese stocks have been getting slammed. My goodness. I thought my entry of 1461 was I thought that was insane to get that such a good entry in XPeng, and wow. It's at what, $12 now, maybe, and could even go lower tomorrow, but I don't want to think like that. I want to think optimistically. Um, I have high hopes for NIO and XPeng. I remember I did a video a while ago about how I don't uh, I don't hold stocks when they're down, like, significantly in them, because the market, I mean, there's a thousand other stocks I can get into to make that money right back. But I mean, that's true. But first of all, the whole market's down. Second of all, there's just too much upside for XPeng and NIO right now to just bail out. So this is where my patience is going to come into play. And it's not like I'm down so much. I mean, my $14.61 average. It's not like, I mean, that's not horrible. It's just, I start to think these things through about I start to think of exit plans and what I could do with other stocks that are low, and how it is. We all have our strategies. But anyway, like I said, I am truly optimistic with NIO and XPeng because just what's on the horizon with the sales for the ET5, when that is I mean, that's just like what is the wait on that? I think the wait on that is like 3 months. I mean, that car is so hot, and it's just going to sell out like in a day. The G9 with the XPeng. But let me just read you this article from investors.com. Chinese EV sales. What to expect after NIO, XPeng, and Li Auto unleashed a slew of new models. NIO hopes to outsell XPeng and Li Auto in September and the third quarter, with the Chinese startups due to report EV sales, likely on October 1st. For NIO and Li Auto, new electric vehicles could boost September sales. While XPeng debuted a new EV just days ago, deliveries are yet to begin. The trio is pursuing growth after recent headwinds on both the demands and supply side. Sometime in early October, Chinese EV and battery giant BYD will also report EV sales for September and all of Q3. Its U.S. arch rival, Tesla, also will report global Q3 EV sales around the same time. NIO has guided Q3 deliveries of 31 to 33,000 EVs. It sold 10,052 EVs in July and 10,677 in August, which means it's eyeing 10,271 to 12,271 in September. In Q2, NIO sold 25,059 EVs, trailing XPeng and Li Auto, which it was particularly hard hit by COVID shutdowns in China. NIO's September sales will include the first full month of sales for the new ES7 SUV, which launched August 28th. It also may include just a day of sales for the new ET5 sedan, which hits the road September 30th. The ET5 it's going to be everything. That is the coolest looking thing ever, and everybody knows it. Everybody knows that's cool. NIO also sells 3 older SUVs and the luxury ET7, which launched this past spring. ET7 also hot. NIO outpaced XPeng and Li Auto in August, delivering 10,677 EVs, an 82% increase year over year. Shares of NIO plunged 7% to 1609 in Thursday's stock market action. NIO stock remains more than 63% below the 52-week high. It even went below 1609. I think it's even in the 15s right now. XPeng has guided Q3 deliveries of 29 to 31,000 EVs. It sold 11,524 EVs in July and 9,578 in August, meaning 7,898 to 9,898 is in view for September. In Q2, XPeng sold 34,422 EVs, outpacing both NIO and Li Auto. XPeng's September sales won't include its new G9 electric SUV. It launched the G9 on September 21st, but deliveries are expected to begin later in October. XPeng says the G9 could become a top seller. Currently, the newer P7 and P5 electric sedans are driving sales, while the older G3i and G3 SUVs are struggling. Shares tanked 8.6% to 12.19 Thursday. XPeng stock continues more than 78% off its 52-week high. If you want some Li news, all right. The only reason I never talk about Li is just because I don't really follow that stock. I don't have money in it. But here's some Li Auto. On September 26th, Li Auto lowered Q3 delivery guidance to 25,000, down from 27,000, 29,000 prior. Li sold 10,422 EVs in July and 4,571 in August. So 10,507 is in sight for September. Man, that sucks. That's horrible. They sold 10,000 in July and only 4,000 in August. In Q2, Li Auto sold 28,607 EVs, lagging XPeng but coming in ahead of NIO. Li will discontinue the Li One, its original hybrid electric SUV, in October after demand fell in August. Li's September sales is being driven by the new L9 SUV, which began deliveries on August 30th. Li's also moving up launches for the L7 and L8 models as it loses Li One customers. The company announced September 28th that the 10,000th Li L9 rolled off the production line. Li Auto reportedly expects the L9 to be a top seller among full-size SUVs. Shares dived 6.8% to 23.20. Li Auto stock hits 44% below the 52-week high. Why is XPeng and NIO trading so much lower than Li Auto? I don't know. Maybe anyone can help me out in the comments. Let me know. In September, China, and here's BYD. In September, China EV and battery giant BYD will be looking to continue its win streak. It sold 162,530 so-called NEVs in July and 174,915 in August. Its sixth straight month of record sales. For Q2, BYD sold 355,021 NEVs, more than tripling year over year. New energy vehicles include all-electric vehicles, plug-in hybrids, and hydrogen fuel cell vehicles. As BYD ramps up new models like the Seal, which launched in late August, it should easily top 1.5 million deliveries in 2022, perhaps nearing 1.9 million. It's targeting 4 million in 2023. BYD also is expanding globally. At a European launch event on Wednesday, BYD showed off 3 new electric models for the continent, with deliveries starting across the region in Q4. It so far sells the Tang SUV in pilot market Norway. In the past several weeks, BYD also began deliveries in Australia, New Zealand, and India, adding several other Asian markets in the next months. I think it's worth noting, though, that NIO and XPeng are also going to be in Europe. I think they're already in Europe. There's going to be the whole, they're going to be taking all their cars to Europe. And I mean, did it say that in this article? Why didn't it say that? Why are they just saying how BYD is going to be in Europe? NIO and XPeng are, it's going to be a Chinese EV invasion in Europe. In China, sales of new energy vehicles doubled in August, continuing a hot run so far in 2022. Still, NIO and its peers have periodically struggled, including Li Auto in August, due to the stale Li 1 model auto. On Monday, China officially announced that the exemption on NEV purchase tax, a kind of subsidy, will be extended until the end of 2023. It was set to expire this year, though an extension was long rumored. The same day, Li Auto lowered its EV delivery outlook for the third quarter, citing supply constraints, though it's also facing demand issues. Again, why is Li Auto have a higher stock price than XPeng and NIO? Makes no sense. No sense at all. I mean, that's what I mean. So I'm just going to hold on to these for a while because, I mean, how much worse could it get beat down? I mean, I feel, as long as you feel good with your average price you got in, which I do, and all the catalysts that are coming up in, who's going to be buying all these ET5s and G9s and everything. It's going to be lovely, I think. It's going to be lovely. Don't let all this market, all this stuff get you down. Just hold it, and I think you'll be pleasantly rewarded in the future. I mean, there's no bad news with any of these companies. It's just how it is right now. So that's it. Enough talking. I love you guys. That was weird. I love you guys. But anyway, have a great day, everybody, and good luck.